Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Kelly, and I'm going to be teaching for Mystic Fitness this morning, this beautiful sunny Sunday morning. So, as you guys are probably noticing, I am out front of Mystic Fitness Yoga Studio this morning. Um, and the reason why we're doing that is because it is a gorgeous, beautiful morning. And we thought it would be a wonderful idea to practice outside. So we put in a little extra work this morning. We got all of our gear outside. And just a reminder, if any, throughout our next hour long practice, if there's at any point where the audio doesn't sound great or the visual is not clear, just let us know, make a comment, and we will readjust and make it work. So, like Amy told you guys yesterday, of course, whenever we're using technology, sometimes it's not going to work as we planned. Um, so just we are totally dedicated to serving you guys a yoga flow, an hour-long yoga flow. So if we ever do get disconnected or if there's a reason why we have to end this current live video to make a better product for you guys, just stay tuned. Keep refreshing your Mystic Fitness Yoga Studio Facebook page, and you'll see the next new live video come on. So that's just a heads up, just in case we do get separated from you guys. Another obvious is that because we are outside, we do share this parking lot with other businesses. So if there is any, trucks that come rolling in or any noises, hopefully this microphone, because it is close to my face, will deliver you guys clear audio. Um, but that's kind of the fun of practicing in a new space is kind of learning the new, I don't want to say issues, but learning the new way to make it work. So if you guys have practiced at our physical yoga studio before, you know that this is out front of our yoga studio. We have a beautiful bench and plants over here. And we're going to go ahead and start this morning while I have people kind of slowly coming in. I'm going to start with a tarot card reading. So I've had a lot of questions about what is a tarot card. And the particular deck that I use is called Voyager Tarot. And this one is personally one of my favorites because I think it's broad enough where you can kind of apply it to anything, but also specific enough where it's going to give you an idea of something special for your personal life. Thank you guys all for commenting. We love seeing your love and support. So, we're going to start the class with a tarot reading. And if you want your own tarot, this is Voyager Tarot. And it's by James Wanless. And he is actually a PhD. So, this is a pretty cool deck because he is very logically and scientifically based, but he does definitely has that spiritual connection. So, it gives you enough of that. It's a nice balance. And the cool thing about tarot is that there's no wrong way to do this. So a lot of times people think that there's a certain ritual, there's a certain way to pull the cards. And this is totally dependent on you and your intuition. And if you do have your own deck of cards, some people like to pick one a day. Sometimes I pick three a day. Um, so it's kind of just up to whatever intuition you have. And I will make an announcement before we jump into the tarot that we still have our masks. Mary Beth is pumping them out, serving our community, and we're so thankful to have her a part of our community. Um, and if you make a donation to Mystic Fitness Venmo account, then you will receive one of these handmade masks delivered to your door. And like I said, they are so great at protecting you. And I think it's May 8th, May 6th, we're all going to be required to wear a mask to go out into the public. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this so that the audio is even more clear. And as well, you guys, we're also serving you our classes live on Instagram and Facebook every morning at 9 a.m. And then Facebook archives all of the classes. So if you're not able to make it at 9 a.m., you can rewatch it. And we also have our YouTube channel up and running. So you guys can always go there and use YouTube. And this is a great way to, you don't have to have a social media presence to enjoy the YouTube videos. All right, let's jump into our Voyager Tarot cards here. We're going to pick one card. I'd like for you guys to just find a comfortable seated position. Allow your eyes to close and take a deep inhale and exhale. And as we do this collective card pulling, I want you to open up your palms and either rest the hands on the knees or maybe in your lap and just open up your palms up to the universe. And imagine as if you're holding this deck of cards all together in our hands. We're all touching it, we're all entangling with these cards. As I shuffle the deck, just pulling in your awareness into the present moment, allowing everything else around you to melt away. Maybe you hold some sort of intention or inward question that you have for the universe. Maybe the cards will shed some light on it, but a lot of times the cards are pulled in a manner that you might not expect. You might not expect one of the cards to be pulled, and then it provides you with this beautiful insight that you weren't even expecting. And the card we pulled today is Integrity, and this is 9 of Wands. So at the end of class, I will give you guys a little bit of the scripture that comes with the Integrity card. But my personal reading on the Integrity card is that the universe is showing us how important it is to stay true to yourself and keep your truth clear in your mind and practice this yoga class with that intention of integrity for your body, integrity for your mind, and integrity to your spiritual nature and your connection to this earth. We'll begin our practice with the sound of Om. So go ahead and bring those palms over your heart. Hold this word, integrity, close to your chest. And use it to practice with. We'll begin with a cleansing breath to prepare in and out. Again, inhale. Have a beautiful class, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started first by just scooting yourself back onto your mat if you're not already there. We'll circle sweep the arms, reach up, and just take some movement through the wrists, rotating them a couple times. You can keep the arms in goalposts, or maybe you like to reach them up long overhead. And just give them a good shake. Bringing the fingertips onto your shoulders and just creating some big circles here in all directions. Of course, like I said, the beauty of kind of switching our studio around is that we're going to be dealing with a whole new set of distractions, right? And what I'm realizing right now is that I don't have a clock on me. So I'm just going to ask if Amy could keep me in check there. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and transition into our table pose. So allow yourself to come onto your hands and knees. Bring those wrists below your shoulders, knees below the hips. Inhale is an arching of the spine, dropping the chest, gazing forward. And your exhale is a curling of the spine, rounding and tucking the chin towards the chest. Again, inhale, arch and open the spine. And exhale, curl and round. And these few motions here allow ourselves to kind of tap into the fluidity of the body, tuning into any tight locations. So I could say if any of you guys took Amy's class yesterday, she really did a beautiful ab sequence, and I'm really feeling that as I arch my spine and kind of stretch my abdominals and vertebra out. And then allowing these motions to become a little bit more organic, maybe pressing the hips back into a child's pose and swinging them in a big circle, taking these big sweeps, rotating that pelvic bowl in one direction, and then in the opposite direction. And maybe this class is inspiring you to bring your mat outside as well. When you've had enough of these circling motions through the hips, come back to your table pose. We'll find a couple of flowy threaded needles here. So keep that left hand on the ground. With the inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. And exhale, thread that right arm across the body. Inhale to sweep and reach up. Maybe the gaze follows right fingertips. And exhale, thread. We'll find two more flowing like this. And eventually landing in your threaded needle pose. Take a moment here. I like to bring my left hand underneath my head as a little bit of a cushion. To make this a little less intense, you're going to sink those hips back. To make it more intense, you're going to keep those hips stacked up towards the sky. Take a couple deep breaths here, in and out. As we prepare to come out of this pose, we'll do so in the opposite way. So let that left hand plant, right arm reaches up towards the sky, and exhale back into your table pose. We'll start taking that in the opposite direction. So this time that right hand plants. Inhale, left arm reaches up, and exhale, thread your needle. Inhale to sweep it back up. Exhale to thread back through. Two more here, in and out. Last one. And letting this allow yourself to land down here. Maybe bringing that right hand underneath the head as a pillow. And then finding that hip location where you feel as though you're finding a stretch without too much pressure on that left shoulder. Breathe deeply in and let it go. One more inhale and exhale. To come out of this, plant that right hand back to the ground. Inhale, left arm sweeps all the way up. And exhale, coming back into your table pose. Take any motions here that feel organic into your body. And we'll go ahead and tuck the toes under, lift the knees to just a hover with a flat back so that we're activating our core connection. Feel it. It's almost like a corset, kind of pulling the belly in. Breathe in and out. Go ahead and lower those knees to the ground. Sink back into your child's pose. Maybe you rotate the hips from left to right a couple times in your child's pose. Returning back into your table pose, I'm going to take a little bit of um, we've done it before in my class, but I'm going to show you from the side here. So we're going to extend that right leg back to start. Inhale, bringing the right knee over towards right elbow. And with the exhale, taking that right foot and placing it towards the left corner of your mat as you gaze over left shoulder. So I'll show you guys from the side as well. Your inhales are bringing that right knee over towards right elbow, and your exhales are sending that right toes back towards the left corner of your mat. Inhale, pull that knee in towards the elbow. Exhale, send it back. Find that side bend through the right side body. We'll find one more here. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, reach it back and hold. Take that gaze over left shoulder. Really feel that opening through the right hip and rib cage area. And return back into your table pose. We'll find that on the other side. So extend that left leg back. Inhale, pull the left knee over towards the left elbow. And with the exhale, left toes towards bottom right corner of your mat. Gaze over right shoulder. Inhale, coming back, left knee to left elbow. Exhale, send it back. Find that side bend. 2 more here. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, reach back and over. Last one. And hold that side stretch here for a moment. Really press the hips over towards the left, foot over towards the right. And return back into your table pose. We'll find our first downward facing dog by tucking the toes under, lifting hips up and back. Go ahead and pedal your feet out here by bringing one heel up off of the mat and pressing the alternate heel down. I'm just kind of finding this motion here. Make sure you don't forget about the shoulders. Roll the shoulders down and away from your ears. Spread the fingers wide and activate the fingertips into the ground. Breathe deeply in and out. Allowing these to turn into some back and forth presses. So with the inhale, drop the knees to the hover, hips pull up and back. And with the exhale, springing into your plank pose. Inhale, bringing it back. Exhale, plank. So we're activating the inner thighs, sending some synovial fluid and blood flow into the joints. And we're just creating some heat here. And that sun feels amazing. I'm in the need for a little tan here. I'm sure you guys can tell. Beautiful. Allowing yourself to come back into your plank pose. Inhale and exhale. One more in breath. With the exhale, lower those knees to the ground. We're going to find our first version of our chaturanga flow. So we're slowly going to lower that chest to the ground with the elbows pointing back. Your inhale is activating the shoelace sides of the feet into the ground and peeling that chest up off the ground, using the shoulder blades pulling together. And exhale, release. Let's find one more low cobra. Inhale, peel the chest up. And exhale, release. I'd like to stay here for a moment and find a quick quad stretch. So we're going to bring that right forearm underneath the head, bend left knee and grab onto foot or ankle and lengthen that left knee towards the back of your mat. Providing your body with just enough energy of kicking and pulling with that hand and foot, making sure that left knee is lengthening so the quad feels nice and long. And release. We'll take that to the other side, bringing the left forearm underneath the head, bending right knee, grabbing onto foot or ankle. And the same rules apply here, just providing yourself enough energy to experience that stretching sensation through the right quad this time. Releasing both legs, come back down along your mat. We're going to find a reverse push-up here to bring ourselves back up into our plank pose. So tuck the toes under, bring those shoulder blades together, pull the elbows in. Inhale here. And a forcible exhale and pressing yourself up to your plank pose and downward facing dog. Hips pull up and back. Breathe in and out. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. We'll pause here for a moment, keep a deep bend in the knees if the lower back is sensitive, and just shake the head yes and no. A couple of variations might be grabbing onto opposite elbow in your ragdoll, bringing the elbows on top of the thighs as a little bit of a kind of like a squat pose here with a little support. Or maybe you want to get a little bit deeper and you grab onto the backs of the legs or ankle and just kind of coax that chest down. Wherever you are, you can invite as much movement as you like here. Maybe rocking the hips side to side or bending and extending through the knees. And I do really enjoy a nice forward fold before we rise up, kind of giving ourselves an opportunity to connect to this new perspective. Inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen your crown as the fingertips come towards your shins. And exhale, soften. Inhale, circle sweep the arms, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's ground down here. I'm going to turn to face you guys. Really feel the heels pressing into the ground. Might feel nice to pick up the toes, flare them, and press them down so you can really feel how active your foot can become on the ground. So most of our days were spent in shoes, so we don't really have this activity and we don't really have that proper connection to the earth. But yoga provides this opportunity to really press the knuckles of the toes into the earth. Flowing in and out of some chair twists here. Inhale, arms circle, sweep up, lengthen. With the exhale, sit back and twist to the right. So that left arm pulls forward, right arm pulls back. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, rise and lift. Exhale, twist. We'll take 10 more of these. 10, 9, really use that breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, feel that warmth starting to rise. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step back to your plank pose. Choosing which version of chaturanga works best for you this morning. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Notice how the body is warmed up now. Inhale, right leg reaches up towards the sky. And with the exhale, curl right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen and reach it back up. Exhale, curl right knee in towards the chest. Step to your runner's lunge. In your runner's lunge, to set it up, make sure those feet are hip distance apart. Feet are actively pressing into the earth. And we're going to slowly find our hover by reaching those arms back. Whew. We lost our integrity card here. Got a little windy. Little block over these. So, in your runner's lunge, we are pulling the crown forward. Arms are reaching back. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, arms reach up, rise to your crescent lunge. Hold here, bring the arms into goal pose. So we're going to pulse in and out of some cat and cow-like motions in our crescent lunge. So if you need to take a moment to take a look in the monitor, go ahead and bring your attention into your device. With the inhale, we're going to extend the back left leg and pull the chest forward. And with the exhale, we're going to bend that back left knee and tuck the pelvis under as you pull the shoulders together or elbows together. Inhale, open it up, arch the spine. Exhale, curl it in. 5 more. In and out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Returning back to your crescent lunge. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's start to bring the weight into that front right foot. You can bring your hands to your hips to start as you pull that left knee in towards the chest. Now, using that hip flexor strength, we're going to take 10 toe taps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull that left knee back in towards the chest. Extend that left leg back. Find a quick little warrior 3. And then we'll land back into our crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. And with the exhale, go ahead and transition back to your hover. So pull those arms back, crown reaches forward. Breathe in. Landing back in your runner's lunge. Bring those palms onto the ground. Inhale, right leg reaches up towards the sky for a 3-leg dog. And then open the hip by bending that knee and dropping right heel over towards the left glute. Reaching right knee up towards the sky. Go ahead and transition back to your downward facing dog. With the inhale, bent knee dog. And exhale, plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, curl left knee in towards the chest. Inhale, left leg sweeps up and back. Exhale, bring it in towards the chest. Step to your runner's lunge. Left foot comes towards left thumb. Make sure those feet are hip distance apart. Once you feel engaged enough through the legs, go ahead and find your runner's lunge hover by pulling the arms back. Crown reaches forward. Go ahead and bring those palms to face the ground so that you're externally rotating your shoulders. Breathe deeply in and out. Inhale, rise to your crescent lunge. Bring the arms into goalpost and feel this lunge. So we're going to pulse in and out of those arches and curls. So this is kind of similar to that cat and cow position. So with the inhale, extend that back right leg, pull your chest forward. With the exhale, bend right knee as you pull the elbows towards one another and curl your spine. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale, curl and round. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Returning back to your crescent lunge, bringing the hands onto the hips. Breathe in and out. Bringing the weight into that left foot, pulling the right knee in towards the chest, using that hip flexor strength. We'll find 10 toe taps here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull that right knee back in towards the chest. Exhale, send the right foot back. Find a quick little warrior 3. And then we'll land back into that crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. And with the exhale, hover. So bring the arms back, crown reaches forward. Breathe in and out. Hands plant to frame that left foot. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back, 3-leg dog. Open up your hip by bending left knee. Reaching that knee towards the sky. Find that side stretch here, hip opener. And returning back to your downward facing dog. Inhale to your bent knee dog. Exhale, plank pose. Breathe it in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. And with the exhale, find that downward facing dog. We'll find 3 breaths here. So if you need a drink of water, you might drop onto your knees and find a quick drink. Maybe some of you are practicing outside. I hope you are. All right, time to continue our flow here. So with the inhale, go ahead and bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Take a moment here, collect your breath, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arm circle, sweep up. And exhale, hands to heart. So part of our balancing posture this morning is going to be some pulses in and out of our water dancer pose. So if you guys have practiced with me before, this is a newer posture. So if you need to look into your device to take a look, go ahead and take a look into your device. So we're going to start by planting that right foot into the ground. And again, we do this by flaring the toes and planting the toes back onto the ground. With the inhale, arms circle, sweep up, pull that left knee in towards the chest. And your exhale is keeping that 90-degree bend in your left leg, but sending it behind you and peeling your chest open. Inhale, coming to center, pull that left knee in towards the chest, arms reach up. Your exhale is that water dancer pose, bringing the fingertips towards the back and reaching that chest forward, left arm back, left leg back. Inhale through center. Exhale, water dancer. 3 more, in and out. Last 2, we're really using that left glute to find this rotation. Last one, we're gonna hold in our water dancer pose. So bring the palms to face the front of the room, fingertips towards the ground. Open up your chest, pull the shoulders together, flex that left leg and send it back. From here, we're going to transition into our warrior 3. Kick that left leg straight, hinge forward on the hips. Chest comes parallel to the ground. Breathe in and out. Dropping left leg towards the back of your mat, crescent lunge, inhale. And with the exhale, opening up to your warrior 2 pose. Let's find our warrior 2 by making sure the feet are spread wide enough apart. Right toes to the front of your mat and that outer edge of the left foot towards the back of your mat. So personally, I like to kind of bounce in and out of my warrior 2 to really feel where do my joints need to land to make this comfortable for me. A huge part of this pose is making sure that those hips don't sass out, right? We're trying to keep those hips underneath the shoulders. Spread the arms wide. We're just going to hold in this warrior 2 for 3 breaths. Connecting to that Zen energy around you. Inhale, flip right palm, reverse your warrior. And with the exhale, extend your warrior. We'll find one more like this. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, extend. Coming back to your warrior 2. Lengthening through right leg, letting those toes turn in for a wide-legged position. Open up the arms, spread your chest wide, inhale. And with the exhale, go ahead and hinge forward for a wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in and breathe out. You might want to rock the hips from side to side. Maybe grab onto the ankles. Wherever you like to be in this pose, we'll be here for 3 more breaths. Walking the hands over towards right foot, coming back to your runner's lunge. We're going to get a little funky here. From your runner's lunge, I want you to walk your fingertips a little bit more forward and send that left leg up for your standing split. So in your standing split, you're going to want to, your body is going to kind of want to open up that left hip, but I want you to keep that left hip dialed down so that the stretch is coming from the hamstrings and you're using those glutes to keep that leg lifted. So this is your inhale, is lifting the limbs apart from one another. Your exhale is dipping and bending in that right knee and bringing left knee behind right knee. Inhale, extend and reach the left leg up. Exhale, bend and left knee towards back of the right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Last one. All right, we're going to get really funky here. So as you pull that left knee in towards behind that right knee, we're going to actually sit all the way down. So I'll show you guys what we just did. We brought that left knee behind right knee and sat down. So now I'm in this kind of seated position. It might feel better for your body to lengthen that left leg long. Some of us prefer that left leg bent and tucked in, depending on your flexibility level. We're going to find a seated twist here by bringing that right fingertips towards the back of the right hip. Inhale, lengthening, and with the exhale, twisting, looking over right shoulder. Finding 2 more breaths like this. Inhale is a lengthening. Exhale, twist. Last one. Coming back to center. If that left leg isn't extended, go ahead and extend it. Bring that right sole of the foot into the inner left thigh. And we'll find a quick little detour here in a forward fold. So go ahead and turn your attention towards left toes. and slowly start to hinge forward. So I teach a private class on Friday mornings, and one of the women asked me, when you come into a forward fold, do you want a straight spine or do you want a curled back? So the best thing I can tell you guys, whenever you're coming into those forward folds, is to always start with a flat back. So notice how I'm bringing my attention over towards left toes and slowly hinging myself forward with that flat back. Once I can no longer go any more forward with a flat back, I can either choose to stay here and really lengthen through my crown, or I can invite that curling and rounding of the spine so I can get a deeper stretch through my hamstring. Breathe in and out. Last one. Slowly lifting your way back up. Let's go ahead and cross the legs, and we're just going to roll forward back into our table pose. So we got a little funky there. I hope you guys were able to follow. If not, the left side is going to be so much easier because now we know what's coming. Tuck the toes under, lift hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms circle, sweep up. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's ground down here. Breathe in and out. This time, bringing the weight into our left foot. Go ahead and flare those toes and place them back down on your mat. Inhale, arm circle, sweep up. Keeping those arms where they are, let's go ahead and pull the right knee in towards the chest. We're going for those water dancer pose. This is your inhale. Exhale is lowering the arms and reaching that bent right leg back. Inhale to center. Exhale, water dancer. In and out. 3 more. Really use that right glute strength to keep that 90-degree angle in the leg, but send it behind you. Here is our last one. This time holding in your water dancer pose. Turn to face the palms towards the front of the room. Engage that right glute. Flex the foot. Extending right leg behind you, hinging forward for a warrior 3. Hold here for 3 breaths in and out. 2. Last one. Landing in your crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. And with the exhale, dialing right heel down, opening up to your warrior 2. And setting up in your warrior 2, allowing your legs to kind of move a little bit. Find that location where you feel most comfortable. Left toes to the front of your mat, back edge of that right foot pressing to the back of your mat. Hold in your warrior 2 for 3 breaths. Inhale, flip left palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extend your warrior. One more like this. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Coming back to center. Extending that left leg, bringing the toes to face in. Wide-legged stance. Inhale. Exhale, hinging forward for that wide-legged forward fold. And enjoying here. It might feel nice to take some Skandasanas, finding some deep bending throughout the knees, alternating between each leg. Maybe a static pose is calling your name here. And just a reminder, we pulled the Integrity Tarot card this morning from our deck. So we want to make sure that we're finding integrity for our body in these postures and making sure that we're not going past our limits. Or, in the opposite way too, we're making sure that we are kind of challenging ourselves enough. Go ahead and walk the fingertips towards the left side of your legs, finding that runner's lunge. And we're going to find that funky standing split. So go ahead and walk the fingertips forward. Reach the right leg up off of the ground. Try to keep that right hip dialed down. Breathe in. With the exhale, going and bending through the left leg, bringing right knee behind left knee. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, bend that right knee to the back of the left knee. Finding 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dip. 2. And 1. This time we get funky. So bring that right knee behind left knee and slowly start to sit yourself down so you're in that seated position. From here, a lot of us won't be able to come into this pose, and we're going to want to extend the right leg forward. Finding our spinal twist, left fingertips towards the back of the left hip, and inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Inhale and exhale. Last big breath. Coming back to center. If that right leg is not already extended, go ahead and extend it. Uncross left ankle, but keep the foot towards the inner right thigh. Coming into this seated position where the left knee is dropped out towards the left. And again, bringing your attention towards the right toes. Inhale is a lengthening. And exhale, we're going to keep that flat back as we slowly hinge forward. And then you'll find that location where you can't hinge any more forward before you round your back. So either choosing to stay here or find that curl through the spine and let yourself lower. Breath is moving in and out. Bringing yourself all the way back up into a seated position. And then we're going to go ahead and cross the legs. And we're going to find a quick boat pose here. So this will be our little ab sequence. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to the ground with bent knees. And your destination number 1 for your boat pose is going to be bringing the palms behind the thighs, keeping the soles of the feet onto the ground and reaching a nice long spine. So notice how I'm not curling my spine. I'm using my core connection to keep my chest lifted. To make this a little bit more challenging, you're going to reach the feet up, keeping the ankles in line with the knees. And either choosing to stay right here and have this be your core workout, or we're going to start to pulse in and out. So with the inhale, we're going to pull the knees in towards the chest. And with the exhale, lengthen the legs and lower your back towards the ground, but hover. Inhale in. Exhale, hover. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in that hovering extension. Inhale. And with the exhale, lower the arms and legs to the ground. Find a full body stretch. And then curl the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe a gentle swaying from side to side. Either choosing to rock onto a fetal position before picking your way up, or finding a little rocking chair motion, finding the length of your spine, rocking and rolling. And finally coming back into your seat. We're going to find another ab variation in our boat pose. This time we're going to hit those obliques and we're going to do some alternating from side to side. So I'll show you guys if you're looking for a more easy option here. You're going to keep those feet to the ground and then just sway from left to right. If you'd like to make this a little bit more challenging, you're going to pick those feet up off the ground. Let's go together. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. In center. Exhale, left. Go at your own pace here. We'll go for 30 seconds. Use that breath. Keep it moving. You guys got it. Hit those obliques. Know that you're worthy of the challenge here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come back into a seated position. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees flop out for a bound ankle pose. Now there's a couple variations here. It might feel nice to bring the fingertips behind you and open up your chest towards the sky. Feel that sunlight in your heart and throat. It might also feel nice after that boat pose and a little bit of strengthening through those hip flexors. Just kind of hinge your way forward and really press the soles of the feet together. Coming all the way back to center and transitioning back into your table pose. We're going to find a half pigeon. So if you prefer that in a reclined position, you can transition onto your backs. That's the version that Amy did in her class yesterday. If you'd like your prone half pigeon, tuck the toes under, lift hips up and back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, pull the right knee in towards right wrist and then lower your way down. So it might feel nice to take a block underneath that right hip or open up left knee out towards the left. Wherever you choose to be, take a breath in as you fill the lungs with air. And as you exhale, maybe you hinge forward. I like to bring a block underneath my forehead so that I can relax my shoulders and neck. We'll be here for a solid 5 breaths, so really just find your comfort zone and settle down into it, maintaining that integrity of the pose, softening that right hip flexor, and just finding this nice deep stretch. To prepare to take it on the other side, slowly start to pick yourself back up. Tuck the left toes underneath, right leg comes back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, left knee towards left wrist, sitting yourself down. Again, it might feel nice to bring that block underneath the left hip or open up right knee out towards the right. Wherever you are, find a deep inhale, fill the lungs. And with the exhale, slowly hinging to your comfort zone. Again, sending each exhale to the parts of the body that are tense. Remaining here for another 4 breaths or so. As we come out of this pose, transitioning onto your backs. So you might just extend the legs in front of you and let the back land on the earth. Finding a full body stretch, reaching the arms up overhead. And then pulling both knees in towards the chest. Maybe a gentle swaying side to side, massaging the muscles that are alongside the spine. Keeping right knee pulled in as left leg extends for your wind relieving posture. And transitioning this into your twist, letting that right leg land over towards the left side of your mat. It might feel nice to take some modifications here, like placing a block underneath right knee or bending both legs. And just letting that sun shine upon you. Knowing that this beautiful practice is just the beginning of a wonderful, productive, sunny day. Coming back to center, both knees pull in towards the chest. Keep left knee where it is as you lengthen right leg down your mat, wind relieving posture. This is a great pose to aid your digestion, massaging our organs. And transitioning into your twist, letting that left leg cross over towards the right. Same rules apply here. You might place a block underneath left knee or simply bend both legs. As you come back to center, pulling both knees back in towards the chest, giving yourself another big squeeze. Bringing the hands onto the knees and then just creating some circles, letting the knees go away from the chest and then back in. And in the opposite direction. And we'll find a happy baby pose. So go ahead and bend the knees, grab onto the soles of the feet, and trying to pull the elbows towards pull the knees towards the armpits. Try to keep that lower back on the ground here, keeping a nice long spine. Might feel nice to rock your baby from side to side, or maybe find a straddle pose by lengthening the legs. Finally, relaxing your way down into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. And you might need to take some movements before you find that comfort zone for yourself. But once you do arrive, let a couple big waves of breath come over you. And to come back to our tarot card reading, Integrity, Nine of Wands. I'm going to read you a little bit of the scripture. Like light, whose essence is eternal and does not break down, you have integrity. Integrity is made up of many virtues, working together to make you solid, strong, and dependable. Do things wholly and completely. The temple symbolizes the self respect needed to honor and sanctify your light, the spirit that you are. Integrity means following your own way, being unafraid to stand alone, holding ideals and values that you will not compromise or retreat from, having the backbone to stand up for yourself in your convictions. Like the mountain rising above the clouds, integrity is being open, honest, and not deceptive. It means standing as tall and straight as the skyscraper. The stone symbolizes your inviolability, your impenetrability by undesirable outside influences. Be as resolute as the warrior in defending your integrity. Imagine yourself as a mountain, and your peak is just rising and rising above the clouds. Completely growing upward away from all of your self doubt, knowing that you are strong and grounded, just like this mountain. And the base of your mountain is connected to this earth, whereas the peak of your mountain is reaching for the sky, reaching for new opportunities, accessing a new world. Let this image sit with you. Feel your power and height. Remain connected to the earth. Taking a deep breath in and letting it go. Again, inhale and exhale. Allow your senses to return to this physical body, maybe wiggling the toes and fingers. Slowly starting to pick your way back into your seated position. Bringing the hands over your heart once you've arrived. Reestablishing this connection to your heart. This location where we hold so much integrity. Whenever you feel small, just imagine yourself as that huge, tall mountain reaching above all of the clouds, all of the negativity, letting your true essence rise to the peak of your mountain. We'll combine our vibrations as one in a sound of Om, sealing this practice in, starting with a cleansing breath. And for Om. Om. Thank you all so much for joining me in my little outdoor studio this morning. I hope this class found you well. Putting my sunglasses on because it's so bright. Most of class I had my eyes closed. Um, so again, thank you guys for joining in. If you didn't get to watch this class live, know that it's going to be on our Facebook archive as well as our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for your continued support. Know that if you make a donation, you're going to get one of these beautiful handmade masks from Mystic Fitness and Mary Beth. And stay tuned. We have a wonderful power class with our friend Kelly Spencer tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. live. All right. So this is Kelly signing off for Mystic Fitness. Thank you guys so much and enjoy your beautiful, warm, sunny day.